really looks at the outfit of the candidate. There's a manager or a recruiter that really tries to be sportive. He does any kind of sports. Sports is so important to this guy. So when an applicant comes in, the first thing he will look at is this person sportive or not? Yeah. So the attributes that I feel are important to myself is used as a reference frame to make a judgment about others, right? But maybe one of the most important biases is stereotyping. I mean, example, you tell your friend, oh, I have a new boyfriend. Oh, great. He's an Italian. Okay. He's from Switzerland. Immediately you draw different conclusions, right? If you like it or not. But somebody from Swiss is a different person than somebody from Italian. In terms of whatever. I have a new boyfriend. He's studying computer science. I have a new boyfriend. He studies business with a focus on marketing. Different pictures come to our mind, different attributes. But that's not fair, because you cannot tell, you cannot draw conclusions about personal attributes just based on the nationality. Sorry, that's not fair. But we do so. That's because we as human beings, we try to reduce the complexity of our social environment. I mean, every day you meet thousands, hundreds of people, and you must make an immediate judgment about these people. Otherwise, you would get lost. So the easiest thing you can do is to categorize the social world. There are male, female, there are older, there are younger, there are Italians and there are Germans. And you draw conclusions about these different categories. We do this. We do, whether we like it or not, whether it's fair or not, we do this. This is a very important effect, and we must really take care of this. Contrast effect. Imagine, at the end of this class, I will have a bunch of written exams. Now imagine, I come to yours. Right? Would you prefer that the exams which I have reviewed before are great or lousy? You want them to be lousy, right? Because, oh, so lousy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Now it comes yours. Maybe your exam is just, it's okay, but I feel it's great. Because compared to the previous one, it's really genius. Yeah? That's contrast effect. Yeah? We adapt our expectation level through our expectation. If you have a couple of applicants coming in and they are all lousy, then somebody comes who is just okay, we found that this candidate is great compared to the others, right? And then the halo effect. This refers to what I already said. We create an overall picture of a person. So I feel as a recruiter, well, this guy is great. Man, that's a great candidate. You asked me about his team ability. Is this person a great team player? I don't know, but he's a great guy. He must be a great team player. Even though I don't have any clue about his team abilities, right? This is a very typical effect. So, what is the message? Of course, I want you to understand these different effects. And I want you to have some own examples on these. But my main message is, as I already said, when human beings, recruiters, managers, HR people, when human beings make a judgment about other human beings, there are some biases that lead to wrong judgments, right? And that increases the risk of either hiring the wrong one or rejecting the right one. Okay? That's why we use some methods to be more objective, not to walk into these traps. Okay? Now, this is how a recruiting process looks like. Okay? Very roughly spoken. At the beginning, we have some applications coming in. That's really traditional perspective now. At the beginning, you get some applications. And the first thing you do as a company is you do pre-selection. You have a first look at the application file, at the resume, and you make a decision. Should we continue with this candidate, yes or no? It's really a yes or no decision. If yes, many companies do a short telephone interview, or you are invited to do a kind of test online. Yeah. So a little bit an assessment. Yeah. If you pass this, you are invited to a personal interview. I mean, most companies do this. And you sit together, face to face. You talk about experiences, competencies, mutual expectations, and all this stuff. If you pass this, many companies have a more intense step where they really look at your competencies, your talents, and everything, which might be happened, in a so-called assessment center. This is really intense. You spend maybe an entire day doing totally different exercises together with other people, and the company tries to understand really multiple attributes about you. Please.
Like the personal interview and the assessment center change, because all the companies I've been to, they do it the other way around.
Okay.
They first do the assessment center and then the personal interview.
Okay. This is not how it looks like in every company, right? This is really a very traditional, the textbook style of approach, right? I know that some companies do it the other way around, yeah. But the point is, and this is what I want you to understand, is that there are some systematic changes from the beginning to the end. First, what do you think? How much time does a recruiter take to review a resume? How much time, on average? 5 minutes. Yeah. What do you say?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, that's less, huh? I heard something about seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Average.
Average.
And if they think it's okay, they will take a longer look at it.
Okay.
I think
On average.
on average.
Yeah.
So, from what I know from research, it's on average about 11 seconds. 11 seconds on average. I mean, sorry, you take so much time to prepare your resume, yeah? And then it comes to the recruiter looking at this. 11 seconds. How can you... I mean, remember all the things I just have said. The complexity of a candidate, the judgment biases. How can a person make a judgment about another person in 11 seconds? You can't. You just look at some critical cues. So, you want to fill a position of a software developer, and you have a candidate, and you look at the CV, and an educated, experienced recruiter looks at the CV for a second. He sees, okay, this person had a great career as a gardener. Reject. Experienced recruiter can tell within seconds whether there is a chance for this candidate or not. Yeah. But the point is, it's not really valid. It's not so valid. We talk about validity later, what that is, but it means that, is it really the right decision? You can't be sure at this point of time. It's not flipping a coin. It's more than this. But it's a not very valid, reliable, objective method. But the positive thing is, looking at the resume for some seconds, that does not cost much. Yeah, that's really efficient. That's really... So at the beginning of the recruiting process, for many companies, it is about efficiency. Yeah. How many applications does a company get? What do you think? Yeah. You can't know, but there is a rule of thumb. The rule of thumb says that a company gets as many applications in a year as they have employees employed, right? So if you have a company, 2,000 employees, how many applications do they get in a year? Say roughly 2,000. Is that much? 10 a day. Look at a company like Siemens, 440,000 employees, 500,000 applicants every year. These companies really try to be efficient at the beginning. It's about efficiency. But the more you progress in this process, the less applicants are in play, the less applicants you really consider, and the quality and the cost of the selection method increases. Yeah? While here at the beginning, when you look at the application, it's 11 seconds. But at the end, an assessment center, that's a day. You know? But at the assessment center, you just look at a few candidates. So the amount of candidates which stay in the play decrease over the process, but quality, costs increase. So we have some numbers here. These are just roughly estimated ratios.